Hi and welcome back to the Be Better Bit by Bit podcast. I'm your host Nishith and the creator of this unique self-development platform called Be Better Bit by Bit. This platform's philosophy, small and consistent improvements. Friends, this is part 6 in the series of setting up a morning routine for yourself. And before I begin the topic for this episode, let me tell you that I have just gone through a phase where I have completely disturbed my morning routine. My voice may give you a hint that it's the cold and cough that completely messed up my morning routine and pushed me to spend a lot of time resting my body. Friends, it's more than 5 years since I am following this 5 a.m. habit, and there were numerous such instances where the habit got challenged by the circumstances. In the current situation too, I am not going for my daily runs. My journaling habit has taken a hit. In the past few days, I have not written anything. But after all of this, I still feel comfortable to get back to my morning routine. And the only reason for this is because I know the benefits it will accrue to me. In the first episode itself of this series on morning routine, I mentioned the importance of answering the why for your morning routine. Past 3-4 days with seasonal flu and getting back to the rhythm made it clear to me again that how this why can help me get back to my routine. If you too are struggling to start or to get back to the rhythm, just believe in your why. Believe in the benefits that are waiting for you and press the pedal. Friends, I will move to the current episode and the topic I am going to discuss today. We have already spoken a lot about morning routine and why and how it has the ability to turn around your life in a positive direction. In the last episode specifically, I discussed and mentioned how my morning routine and inclusion of journaling habit has made me a better person. Journaling is one of the core components of my mornings, and I believe that it should be part of everyone's day. If not first thing in the morning, whenever you get time. But journaling should be an integral part of our lives. Today, I am going to talk about another very important habit or activity which is a core part of my daily morning routine. Reading. To me, reading is not just reading anything. To me, reading means reading books, either physical copies or on Kindle or through Audible or through Blinkist summaries. I do not count reading articles on medium like apps or platforms or reading magazines and newspapers as my reading habit. Yes, they do give information. They do give me a lot of new knowledge or new topics. But to me, the habit of reading means to read books. Books are a different breed. They bring in so much to an individual. I genuinely regard a book as a lifetime perspective of the author. When I pull a book, I salute the author and go through each and every page considering that the author has put his or her heart and soul into it. That's what makes books extra special to me. Reading is powerful because it helps in challenging your existing perspective. Whether to accept the new perspective or not is entirely up to you. But to read out a new one is always an opportunity to think in a new direction. Each book has its own story. Each book has its own perspective. Each book has that one learning. My idea of reading a book is to find out and pull this one perspective. A lot of people who know that I am like a ferocious reader, they always ask me what kind of books they should read. Though I do suggest them a few books which are maybe light or are good for starters, and maybe they are like best in their genres. I always feel that people consider reading as something which they can't do. By continuously telling themselves that reading is something which does not come to them naturally, I feel they push their subconscious mind to believe that this is the actual case. While this is absolutely incorrect. We all are born learners. Reading comes to us naturally. If a 2-year kid can read, why can't you? Just look at a 2-year kid. He will read in his own style. This small child will pick up a small book, will eat it, will bite it, will taste it. That's reading. What we don't tell ourselves is that by not digging ourselves into books, we are simply giving ourselves a reason to be incomplete. Writing on paper is one of the biggest inventions of mankind. These papers were like those first Google. Google can give you answers to a lot of questions, but it still can't replace the perspective shared by these wonderful elements on our planet Earth. That is nothing but books. When I get up at 5 a.m. each day, I really look forward to my journals and then to my books. I believe together these two habits not only elevate myself, but they also help me become a better version of me each day. Journaling helps me talk to myself and listen to my own perspective, while books help me listen to others and their perspective. Both are such a beautiful addition to anyone's morning routine. If you are finding it all tough and challenging, let me tell you how I ensure my daily reading. I read while I commute. Yes, obviously these are COVID times and the commute is not happening, but I am talking about those normal days when people don't find that reading time. I found my reading time during my commutes. Yes, that was a revelation to me too. But as my commute became tougher and longer, my reading habit became stronger. The background noise, yes, that was an issue, but soon my mind adjusted, and that's such a fascinating thing about our brains. It's more powerful than we think. And once my mind allowed me, it adjusted, and then it allowed me to read in between all this mayhem, honking, etc., etc. I was like sorted. Slowly, I started picking not just 1 or 2, but 3 books at a time. My commute time to office in the mornings is like approximately maybe 50 to 60 minutes. That means I gradually pulled myself up to read somewhere between maybe 25 to 30 pages, depending upon the genre I have picked. My evening commute is a bit longer, close to 90 or maybe 120 minutes sometimes. For evenings, I not only carry physical books, but I also carry my Kindle to make sure I don't stop when the sun goes down. Friends, this habit took time, and it will take time for you also to adjust. But the important part is to start and then be persistent. Persistency is one of the biggest tools which I use to build my morning and evening routines. Friends, reading is not at all complicated. You just need to tell yourself that rather than being constantly disturbed by social media, by emails, those attention-seeking apps, news, etc., etc., it's far better to own and manage your attention. Please manage your attention. Don't let others take away your time and take away your attention. Once you realize how much time you waste on these attention-seeking stuff, you will have no choice but to find alternatives. And the best alternative is one of the best alternatives is reading. Friends, let's make our lives big and meaningful and there is nothing better than putting reading on top of your agenda. Use physical books, use Audible, use Blinkist, use Kindle, use any other e-reader, use more ebooks, do whatever you can, but just read. And reading is like an all-season 24/7 habit. You can do it anywhere, anytime. But if you include it in your morning routine, it not only gives you a wonderful start to the day, but it also helps you build a strong morning perspective. Friends, I hope that this series on morning routine is helping you open up to the fact that morning routines are for everyone and not just for early risers. You just need to be confident about your choices and interests. Bring them to your mornings and you are sorted. Design your morning routine. There is no need to follow anyone else's morning routine. Your mornings are your mornings. Control and own your mornings. Once that happens, results will start showing up. In the next episode, I will discuss meditation and how this simple 5 to 10 minutes habit has helped me change my perspective and my inner self to a great extent. And when I say meditation, I don't mean just sitting down, closing your eyes, taking breathing. It means a lot to me. I'm going to discuss a lot of practical things which I do in my life and how it helps. This meditative zone helps me see the new things and new perspectives. So friends, join me in the next episode of Be Better Bit by Bit, where I'm going to give you some practical insights into what and how I created my morning routine and what all you can do to fill these additional beautiful hours in your lives. I release these episodes every Friday or Saturday, so keep listening. The podcast is available on various platforms like Spotify, JioSaavn, Google Podcast, Spreaker, and so on. You can follow the Be Better Bit by Bit self-development platform on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn and YouTube, where you can view and experience a lot of exciting stuff on self-development and the unique challenges and methods we use to bring small and tiny improvements in your life. So, till next time, bye-bye.